Hey, welcome to Stone's RV. We're here to show you the 2022 Cougar 290 RLS. So let's get to it. So on the front cap here, you're going to see that we have some LED lights, two strips just down here on the bottom, one along the top. You'll find that switch just there beside the front storage. You also have a light right here for hitching, along with this mirror that's going to help you get the pin box into the hitch. Switch for this light here is also right there by the storage department. We got a breakaway cable here, and we got our power connecting to the vehicle. We'll just stick those right up here. Breakaway cable, good thing to remember is you need a charge in your battery for it to work. That'll put on the brakes if anything ever happens and your trailer disconnects from your vehicle. So in our front storage here, we got a full-size spare tire. You got your battery compartment here, and you also have a battery disconnect. So if you want to kill all the battery or all the power to your battery, you just switch that from on to off, and everything will shut off inside the unit. Moving on, we just got a little light here. And on this side, we have one of two propane tanks. So we got a 30-pound propane tank here, and inside you'll see that there's a little valve there. The valve is green, so that's showing that the unit is pressurized with propane. So if you want to switch to the other side, if this propane tank was to run out of propane, there's a little switch right above here that will just switch over, and then it'll start drawing from your other propane tank on the other side of the unit. Right here we have pass-through storage. So in here you're going to find your power cable. You're going to find a dog bone in case you're at a campsite that has 30 amp power. This will bring you up to 50 amps so you can run everything in your trailer. You have a charge controller right there that's going to trickle charge your battery from the 200 watt solar panel that's on the roof. Just below that you're going to see that there is the auto leveling system. Basically you're going to try to level your trailer as best as possible and put some blocks underneath the feet, and then you're going to hit power on that and then just hit auto leveling, and it'll auto level your trailer for you. On this side here we have all the water connections. There is a little light right up on top here. So up here you have your outdoor shower connection, hot and cold water. You got your winterization port there. You got your water heater bypass. You got your city water connection. That's where the hose is going to go. It's good to get a 90-degree connector for that. Winterization, that's going to tell the unit where to draw from. So it's going to draw from your winterization antifreeze intake. You got a black tank flush here, and you got your black tank and gray tank valves to open there. So when you're doing your black tank flush, make sure that your black tank and gray tanks valves are open when you're doing that. When you're going to just empty your black tank and your gray tanks, with your black tank, make sure that it's about 3/4 full, 2/3 full before you empty it, so you get that all that liquid to be able to rush out. And after you pull your black tank and that empties, give your gray tank a pull, and that'll flush out the hose. Make sure you keep those both close to when the unit is in use. We have a solar panel connecting there, so if you have a solar panel outside of your unit on the ground or whatever, you can run a wire and plug that in there. You got your key TV, so you got your satellite and your cable connection there. This blue wire here runs straight up into your right up to the roof of the trailer, and that is your satellite connection. And just on the bottom here you're going to see a little pass through here, so you can run all your wires and your hoses right through there, so you can keep your door closed. So moving down the side here, got your water heater tank. So this is run off propane, and it's also run off electric. So the option of either or both. Just make sure that your tank is filled. So you can see that there's water coming out of there. That shows that there's water in the tank. Make sure that water's coming out of there before you turn it on. You don't want to burn out the element. Here is your furnace exhaust there. Just keep an eye on that. Coming into the mounts where you want to start using it, just check inside here to make sure that there's no nests. Maybe wasps got in there to do a little nest building. These two are your vents, so that's for your freezer and your fridge with a condensation hose there. If you need to get in to do any kind of work in the back of the fridge and freezer, you can access it from these two ports. Just down over here, we have one dumping station, so you just need one hose to connect to here. This is running your gray and your black. That'll run right to your sewer. Coming down this side, you're going to have a valve here. You'll see this is for your fresh water. So if you have water in your fresh water tank, that's where you can empty it. That's the low point. Beside it here, you have a spot where you can store your sewer hoses. Just coming up over here, we have the freshwater connection. So a hose will just fit right in here. It won't connect, but you can just set it in there, and this is how you can fill up your freshwater tank. So the freshwater tank is going to pressurize the system through the water pump. It's the only time that you need to use the water pump is when you have water in your freshwater tank, when you're doing some dry camping. Along the back here we have a ladder, so the roof on this is fully walkable. It's good to get up there and check all the seals around the AC units and the vents, just to make sure that there's no cracks, it's not pulling away, so you don't want to get water seeping down into your trailer. Up along the top, you'll see that there is you got some lights up there. You are set up for a backup camera, so you're prepped for that. Down here you have your brake lights, which are also reverse lights. Your power cable here, you can see that we have a dog bone on it. We only run 30 amp here at Stone's RV, so we put a dog bone so we can connect the 50 amp trailer. You got a hitch right here, so that is good for towing. We've got some information just down here on the hitch. Around to this side, you're going to see that we have two awnings and awnings underneath. This is the dining room awning, sofa dinette. You can see that I can put that out. I'm doing this by the use of my phone. You can connect your phone to the in-command system in there. So anything that you need to do from the in-command system panel, you can do it right from your phone. We'll just put out this slide. It is a little bit windy today. I wouldn't like to put out the awnings, but I will just show you how that works. It's good to remember that you don't want to put these out when it's too windy. It's mostly for sunshade, a little bit of rain, but once the wind starts to pick up, you want to put those in before wind catches them and damages the arms. Over here you have a 110 power source. And the other side of your pass-through storage, you're going to see that the in-command system panel there, that is all the wiring harness. Beside it you have a satellite and cable connection and a 110 plug in case you want to put a television outside or need power. And this is your other propane tank right here. So there is no valve or anything in there, everything's from the other side, but that's your extra one there. Over here you got the solid step. These fold right up into the trailer, which is pretty great. They are a little bit heavy, so just be careful when you're putting these out. They just have a little latch there to make sure they're secure. So when you're going to go put them down, you're going to have two little spots here, two little latches. So if you pull those, you can see that the feet adjust. So you want to make sure that you want to get these as level as possible. You don't want them unlevel in case the door ends up catching. And you don't want that because that could damage the bottom of your door. So you want to make sure that your door clears all that. All right, we're going to move into the inside of the unit. I'm going to put this kitchen slide out here. Again, using my phone. Nice and easy. So we'll just start over here. We have the fridge and the freezer. Double door here. So to turn this on, you have an on-off switch right up here. You just hit that on. You'll see up here that the temperature comes on. There is an auto and an LP indicator there along with the temperature. You want to have this on auto or LP. So it's best to keep it on auto so that in case you lose power, it's going to switch over to propane. You might as well just use power when you're connected to a power source. But if you lose power, then yeah, you definitely want to switch propane so you don't lose any food. Moving over here, you got a nice, actually a huge microwave. Pretty standard. Your light and your fan speeds are right there. Over here you got your cooktop. So you want to take this glass, you want to push that up, don't start that up with the glass on it. To start the burners is basically turn on the propane, and then over here is just your spark. It's like a pilot. To get the lights on for the knobs, right there. Knobs and oven, you just push down to number 2. To start up your oven, you're just going to turn the oven dial to the flame, hold that in, and then click. Hold it for a couple seconds, and then release. Pilot light should be lit, and then you just turn it to the desired temperature. When first starting this up, it can take up to about a dozen clicks just to get the air to the line to get that started. So moving over here, we have the television. So keep that strap on there to secure while you're traveling with your trailer. This actually pulls out. You have some storage in behind. You got another plug there, and your satellite and cable connection. You notice on some of the plugs that they have a little yellow sticker saying inverter outlet. So if you decide that you want to expand on your solar, you can get an inverter, get some extra solar panels up on the roof, probably around 400, and they will run the plugs with the yellow sticker on them, so you don't have to use power. Great for dry camping. So moving down here, we got the stereo system. You're just going to hit on for that. You can hear that it comes on. So we're running zone 1. Zone 1 is for inside the trailer. If you want to turn that off, just hit zone 1, that'll turn it off. You want zone 2 on, that's the outside of the trailer. So just hit 2. And you can run both of them at the same time. So the stereo is equipped for Bluetooth, so if you want to connect your phone to that, you can do that and run your Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you like. Over here we have our fireplace, electric fireplace. So it does come with a remote, but there are controls right here. So you got your on and off. Right now it's not pumping out any heat, but if I want it to, I'm just going to hit that. You can see that it's at 72 degrees. That will start to warm up. If you want to adjust the temperature, this will just go right up to 82 degrees and it starts around 66. And if you want to change the ambiance and the lighting, you just hit this button right here with the flame on it, and it gives you different colors. And it also has a timer that runs up to 8 hours. So moving over here, we have a sleeper sofa. Really easy to set up. Let's move those cushions, pull it out. You got your legs right here. They just come down. And then the back will fold down to complete the bed. And just to put it away, just do it in reverse. Flip that up. Put those legs back under. Then fold the sofa back to its original state. Put the cushions back. And there you go. You'll see here that we got some lights here. So they are run on push buttons. And you also have blackout blinds throughout the unit. You can see that there's a little pull tab there to get it started. That just pulls down. Goes right back up. Here you'll have a switch, light switch that will control the lights in the main part of the unit. Underneath that you got USB ports and 110 plugs. So over here you got your double recliner. This is equipped with, we got heating right there. We got vibration, massage, I guess you could say. You got a USB, and it also has a little light that is underneath here on the floor. And to put the leg rest up, there's a little pull tab here. Just pull that, and it reclines for you. That's the same on both sides. A little bit of storage right here for your remotes if you need. Over here you got your dinette for 4 chairs. And underneath the chairs you'll see that there's some storage there. Also on this side you have the light switch here for the lights, and it also has a dimmer switch. So we're here at the kitchen island. So right here you got sink covers and a extendable retractable faucet. Looking for anything that has to do with remotes are going to be down here in the top drawer. These are covers for your fan. They just clip under there. We took those off just so they don't fall off when we're moving the trailer. And your little bag of goodies there for what do you call those, manuals and things like that. So moving over here, actually, let's go back over here for a second. You're going to have these 2 plugs here. You see that they're just they just pop up like that. Pull them up, push the little tab, and go right back down. So moving over here, you have some storage, cabinet storage way up on the top. And you got a nice pantry here. It's got a little light in there. So that is motion sensor. If you have it on, you can't see the switch for 1 and 2, but 1 would be always on, 2 would be motion sensor. And these shelves here, this shelf here is adjustable. And then in the bottom one, you can use that for storage, or you could also put a washer and dryer unit in here combo. You do have connections right there for hot and cold water and for drainage, just down on the side. Just moving over here, got some more storage under there, and there's a little light here, push button light above the counter. Just moving over here, you got your CO2 detector, and right below that you're going to have a fuse panel. This is where you're going to find all your breakers, and they're all labeled. You're going to have your fuses here. So when a breaker trips, you're just going to turn it all the way off and then back on. And for the fuses, you're going to get a little red indicator light indicating which fuse is blown. So be sure to pick up a few extra of those for the right ampage so you can switch those out. Always good to get a pair of needle nose pliers too to replace those. So moving on up here, we do have 2 little switches here. So these 2 little switches, they switch off the lights above the island, and the other switch is a light underneath the island, so just underneath the counter there. And right here we got the in-command system. So in-command system, you can do everything from here. Put in your slides, put out your slides, turn off your lights, put out your awnings, all that. Your HVAC system can all be done from here, or it can all be done from your phone. You can just download the app, in-command app, RV, pair it to your phone, and you can do all this from the comfort of wherever you're at around your trailer. So on the top here you got your fresh, black, and gray tanks. If I touch that, which I did, you'll see all the indicators here. You got fresh tank heater, waste tank heater, fresh one, black one, gray 2. You'll see these indicators starting to show the level of your tank. You can also see it up here. Down here you'll have your battery voltage, your water pump, your water heater, and just your lights if you just want to come in and tap that, turn on the lights in the main part of your unit. For water heater, so you got, it's off right now, but you have the option for gas, you have the option for electric, or you have the option for gas and electric. So you can choose what you want to use. If you're connected to the power at your campsite, might as well run electric. If you're dry camping, you might as well run gas. And if you just want more water, replenish quickly, so if taking multiple showers, you want to take that extra shower, you can run gas and electric, and it'll replenish the hot water a little bit quicker. So getting into your system, your passcode is going to be 1234. You can change that in the settings. So we'll start off with the HVAC system. So you got your front AC. This does have a front AC in it. So right now the mode is off. We can turn that on to fan. Fan speed low, temperature setting there. That's mostly for your AC. So if we turn that on to cool, fan speed's on high. We got it set to 66 degrees. The unit just turned on there now. So that's cooling down the bedroom. I'm going to turn that off. So if I go over to rear AC, so this is going to be your rear AC, and it's also going to be your furnace, and it's also going to be opening up the vent and turning on the fan that's in the ceiling. So we're going to go mode. We're going to go fan. Fan would just run the fan in the unit. You can hear that turn on to low. You hit it on high. If I want to go to cool, auto, low, high for fan speed. Set your temperature. You can hear that turn on to high. If I want to open the vent that's in the back on the ceiling there, you can just hit open. And if you want to turn on the fan, you can set it on low or high there, or medium or high. And to close it, just hit that. So then you got your furnace. So your furnace mode is on heat. Your source is going to be propane, and then you get your fan speeds here, same auto, low, and high. Set your temperature here. If you want it up to, it's at 79 degrees in this unit right now, so you'd have to go well above that. We don't need heat today. So we'll just leave that down to around 70. And you can have it on auto. So it's either going to turn on your AC or it's going to turn on your furnace depending on the temperature that you have set. If we had it to set to 71, obviously it's going to try to cool the unit down to 71, 72 degrees. And you can also set a schedule for that. So hit the little clock icon there. You can set your temperature and set A. You can set your on time and start A, and your stop time and stop A. Head back to home. We'll go back. Slides in. We go back to lights here. So you got your lights. This is where you got your bedroom light, your ceiling light, your awning lights, your slides. So you got your wardrobe slide, your kitchen slide, your sofa and dinette slide, and your 2 awnings. So everything can be controlled from there. And then in your settings, this is where you're going to connect to your Bluetooth, and you can change your passcode along with a few other things there. Floor plan, software, global connect, date and time. Anything can be set in the settings. And remember, all of this, you can pair it up to your smartphone, and you don't have to stand at this panel the whole time. And if you just want to put the panel to sleep, there's a little button there. You can wake it up or sleep it just on the top right here. So moving on up, we're going to go into the bathroom. And you see we've got a great size shower here with a skylight to let in some natural light, give you a couple more inches of headspace. You got a nickel plated faucet and shower head. You do have a linen closet here. You do have a porcelain toilet with a foot flush. So before you start using your toilet, just make sure you fill this up about 3/4 full, 2/3 full. You want to fill that up and flush it 4 times. On the 4th time, drop your chemical in, flush it again, and now you're prepped to start using your toilet. Over here you got your medicine cabinet. You got your little light switch here, GFI plug, storage drawers, and storage underneath the sink. And up here you have your fan, so this can just screws open, and then you got a little push button here. It's going to turn that on so that can get any of the steam from the shower out, and then you just twist it back to close that. So moving on to the last part of our tour here, we got the bedroom. So you got a nice new mattress in here, and underneath this bed we got the storage. So that's on struts, that'll stay up by itself. Makes it easier to lift it up and get some things that you might need underneath the bed. You do have a front window here. You can see that is tinted, so it's a little bit harder for them to see inside during the day. During the night, if there's lights on inside, you'll be able to see inside the trailer, but you also have a blackout blind that you can just pull down there. Underneath each of these wardrobe cabinets here, you have a push button light. There's also a plug and 2 USB ports. That's on both sides. You do have some storage underneath each of the nightstands, and good storage up above. And on your wardrobe slide, you have 3 drawers, or 3 doors with 3 drawers. So lots of storage for your clothes. And just on the back wall here, you're able to put a bracket here for a television. You got all your connections up, satellite and cable on the ceiling, and you have a switch there for your lights. So yeah, that's everything. I hope that you enjoy your trailer and you enjoyed the walkthrough. Have a great summer.